Hey, you guys know how people always talk about karma and how you don't have to worry about, like, they'll say things like, oh, don't worry, they'll get theirs, they'll get what's coming to them. Karma's a bitch. You know how people say things like that? You ever wonder if maybe you're supposed to be the one who's karma? Like, all of us are karma? How do you know it's not you who's karma? You think that maybe saying things like that allows people to get away with stuff because nobody's taking action. All these people doing things that they shouldn't be doing terrible things, doing things to hurt people, doing things that are unfair, corrupt, stealing, lying, cheating, hurting people, and then you complain about it and someone says, "Oh, don't worry, they'll get what's coming to them." And you hear that all the time. It's like, are you sure about that? Are you really sure that they're gonna get what's coming to them? Are you trying to tell me that every time this crap happens, every time an injustice happens, every time a crime is committed, every time someone is hurt, those perpetrators get what's coming to them? Every time? You sure about that? I find that hard to believe. And I think that people are relinquishing their responsibilities. It's up to us. We are karma. We have to keep our eyes open and see when people are doing things that they should not be doing and stop them and say, hey, excuse me, what are you doing? How about try this instead? What could I do to help? What's going on? What's wrong? Like, we have to hold each other accountable. Like, I have a lot of admiration for different writers, like Ayn Rand. Some people hate her, some people love her. I have mixed feelings. Some of what she says, what is it, objectivism, where she thinks that everybody is truly selfish and that you can't expect anyone to be altruistic because it's not real. And I believe there's some truth to that. I don't agree completely. I think that most of us are mostly selfish, and I think that most of us have some altruistic urges. And I don't think it's the goal to have everyone be selfish or to allow people to be selfish. I think altruism should be encouraged because the thought of living in a world where everyone's just selfish and thinking about themselves and to heck with everybody else, what kind of a world is that? Do you really want to live like that? I mean, it just feels so cold and unfriendly and just, I don't like it. And at the same time, it's not realistic to expect that everybody care about each other. There's going to be some people who care more than others, and some people who are super greedy and don't give a crap about anybody but themselves. And there's really not a heck of a lot you can do about that. There's some, I mean, especially as children, there's a lot of things that we teach children in school, and they're never going to use it in life. It's not useful. I mean, a lot of it is, a lot of it isn't. I feel like we should put more emphasis on social skills and teaching how to be a good member of society. And I don't mean like follow the rules and be a good tax-paying citizen and obey your authority figures. No, I mean, think for yourself and be good to each other. Like, how would you like it if somebody did this to you? These type of things are more important than algebra, stuff like that. And teaching true history. Well, let me not get off on that. Anyway, this topic is supposed to be about karma. Yes, we need to be our own karma for others. we are the ones that have to, you know, hold a mirror up to people. Look what you're doing. What are you doing? I see you. I see you. I see what you're doing, and it's not okay. Stop. Do this instead. Or if you don't want to tell people what to do, you can say, here's another option, here's another option. Or ask some questions like, what's your goal? What are you trying to do here? Like, you want something, and this person wants something. What can you do so that you're both getting something? What can you do to resolve the situation where there's the least harm to everyone involved? Where everyone is giving the most respect and listening to everybody involved. Anyway, we need to be karma for each other. Otherwise, people get away with shit. Guaranteed. They're just gonna keep doing it. And then other people are gonna see them getting away with it, like, oh, well, he's doing it, let me do it too, let me try that. And it just perpetuates. And all you do is get everybody pissed off and disappointed and hopeless. Like, nothing's ever gonna be good. Nothing's ever gonna be fair. And nothing's ever gonna be right because all this crap is happening with no repercussions. And even though there's laws, even though there's judges and juries and trials and police and all this, we live in a place where there's bureaucracy and supposedly people are held accountable. But there's so many things where the laws won't apply. Like, there's so many situations. Haven't you been in a situation or know someone who's been in a situation where some crazy shit happens and then there's like nothing they could do about it because technically there's like no law that was broken. Like, oh, well, they didn't actually break the law, so therefore nothing we could do. Or, well, you have to be able to prove that this happened. Or, you know, there's so many different situations, and we just have to do better and not put up with crap. Not put up with crap, because too much of it, people are afraid of conflict, so they let things go. Oh, I don't want to, well, I have to see them in the street, and I have to see them in the hallways, and, you know, I don't want to, you know, I don't want them looking at me funny because I criticize them, and yeah, maybe that's weird, but, what am I supposed to say? I can't go against somebody. I can't say, hey, that's fucked up. And yeah, maybe you should. Maybe you're not the only one who's thinking that. Have some balls, you know? Stand up for yourself. Stand up for other people. Put your foot down. All right, anyway.